Hi, I'm Chris, and this is Ryan. We are from Virtual Katana. And Ryan recently, because he just hit the age where, you know, he can start playing a little more mature games and stuff. I'm not saying he's playing the 18 pluses, but he can play things like Uncharted and, stuff like that. So he recently got to play through InFamous Second Son. Now, for some of y'all, I know that it's a launch title, I know it's old, but we want to talk about it because for him it's a brand new experience and we want to see what he thought about it. So, first of all, Ryan, what did you think about you played both sides, right? You played the good
I have
ending
played
and the bad ending.
both endings. I haven't quite had the chance to actually free all the districts and things like that. But I played both the good and the bad endings. Ooh, that was bright lightning.
Yeah, that was.
Anyways. Really,
So, okay, let me ask you this.
that was loud.
Did you like, when you played both endings, you played the main campaign, both sides. So, which side did you like better? Which story?
I liked the good ending better, mostly because at the end you don't orbital drop your family.
Yeah, that's kind of...
And your entire village.
That's kind of mean, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of just wipe out your entire family, your village, and everything. Yeah. What did you think about like the graphics and stuff?
It was an amazing looking game, like most PS4 games.
Yeah.
But the only thing I really liked about the evil route was that there are a couple things. Your powers always have some sort of red. Like your smoke is an orange, like the orange stuff coming off of your smoke powers is an orange, it's red. And it just looks amazing. And then your neon powers, the thing where it has the blue in the middle, that's basically a silhouette of you, is red.
Right.
And if you stop and look back, it's a red trail.
Okay. So that was one thing that you liked about the bad endings. What was the other thing?
Well, I really like the fact that most of your powers are just a lot easier to use. Like you
As
don't...
a bad person?
Yeah. For instance, the area of which you can obliterate a person with your neon powers is like all around here. Part of their shoulders and their entire head, which is very easy to hit with the neon powers.
Right.
The only thing is you can't really get your laser focus and slow down time with the neon powers if you're not using the good ending. Well, the good route, whatever.
Okay. So, like, you love the graphics and everything. Was there anything that you didn't like?
Well, there is the fact that I did find a lot of bugs, mostly because it was a launch title. Most launch titles do have some bugs.
Yeah. Well, what was one of the worst bugs you found?
Probably the funniest and worst bug, well, almost the worst bug I found was I found random DUPs on random roofs, just like floating, T-posing.
Oh, like that.
Floating there.
Okay, so they were.
And then their gun is like all down their leg.
And for those of you who have not played this yet, a DUP, by the way, is like the army.
It's Department of Unified Protection, and
it's like a special forces group designed to find the
conduits,
or the guys with powers and stuff. Yeah, because in the game they call them bioterrorists and stuff. So were there...
Augustine's evil. She runs the DUP, and she has concrete powers that who, in the end of the game, your whole objective is... There were 3 conduits who escape, Haped because story happened, but
Good story. Yeah.
but the guy you get your smoke powers from made it crash and made the bus crash and stuff happened.
Yeah.
But
the whole point of the game, at least on the good side anyway, is to save your village.
well, yeah, that was the point in the bad ending too. But when you actually go there, your your friend, it's either your mom or your grandma or I don't know.
Oh,
What do
you
think?
mean what's her name?
Betty.
Betty. But no, I think she was just a lady that was very kind to you. I don't think she was actually family.
She looks like she could be your mom or grandma. But I don't know.
Anyway. All right. So you said it was absolutely gorgeous. Which, if you haven't seen it, I mean, I don't know. You know, it's been a few years, but for those of you kind of coming up that are younger, if you haven't seen it, it is really, really gorgeous. It's one of the most gorgeous looking games I've ever seen. There's not a day-night cycle necessarily.
There is.
Oh, was there? I
mean,
forget.
It's not really controllable, and it doesn't.
It doesn't
do it
cycle. You do it on
its own.
certain missions.
On certain missions, it changed his day, the time of day, like between night and day, for a while.
Okay.
For like a couple of missions, and then it switches back over.
Okay. So
really, in like the story, you're only there for about 3 days, right?
something like that, yeah.
Because, well, no, it's only 2. You're there for 2 days, but the thing about the bad ending is the concept is the same. You're going to get the concrete powers from Augustine to pull the concrete daggers out of the tribe because the doctors couldn't remove the concrete daggers
Without killing everybody.
Yeah. And they were dying. So you wanted to save your entire family and friends.
Right.
But in the end, Betty saw everything on the news that you killing innocent people and stuff for
Sorry,
that ending.
folks, my nose itches. I can't. Anyway.
But then she's just like, no, go away. We don't like you.
Yeah.
And then you orbital hop the place that they're in, which there's this place called the Longhouse that the doctors turned into a hospital because they couldn't move them anywhere really.
Yeah.
So
that's terrible. I forgot about that. And I played both endings.
You orbital drop your own family and your friends and everything, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I was thinking if there was something else that.
I also really like the Rampage and Karmic Streak physics. Like the whole thing where your special abilities for your powers. Like, for instance, the orbital drop for smoke powers, where you jump really far up and you do your whole spinny thing with the smoke and you drop and obliterates everything. And funny thing, if you are actually doing the evil ending, it does obliterate them. It even says enemy obliterated on your thing, where you have your good karma, bad karma.
And we actually would have put some screenshots up, or at least some video footage up, but we didn't think about recording it at the time because he was just like, oh, this is so awesome. Because he actually did it in like 4 days. I think you played both endings in a span of 4 days or less.
2 days.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
Well, actually, 3.
Yeah.
Because what I did was I beat the entire good ending in 1 day because I played it all day.
Yeah.
Only stopping to eat and other things. But by the time I did the evil ending, it was just I was about halfway through the day, so it took me 2 days to do the evil ending.
And you have to understand, too, this was just before school started and everything like that. So he had time to do it. So he sat down and he said, is it okay if I play this? Because I really wanted to play it for a long time. And I told him, yeah, he's old enough, so he could probably do it. And he did. And I couldn't believe it. I found other things to do and stuff, but he was done in 2 days. And I was like, what? You're done? Like, done?
3 days.
3 days. But I just couldn't believe how fast he was flying through it. And I was like, dude, sometimes games like that take me like a week. But that's probably because I'm older and I have more responsibilities and things like that. So I have to stop what I'm doing. Anyway,
This is starting to make my neck itch.
it's all right. It's what, you know. So overall, you would definitely recommend somebody play it if they haven't picked it up before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. If you've never seen it, I know a few months ago or whatever, it actually was a PlayStation Plus title. You can get it fairly cheap now on the PlayStation Store, and if you go to your local retailer, whichever one you like to use, you can get it fairly cheap too. But newsflash real quick before we get off of here. Ryan has said that he would like to pre-order Spider-Man.
We're gonna do I'm gonna do the digital deluxe edition for $80 because I have that money now.
Well, yeah, but you didn't have to tell everybody that.
I know.
You know, but yes, he has a little bit of money, and he would like to put up on the channel. Once we play through it and everything, he'd like to put on a channel. We'd like to record some.
I would like to record it and actually maybe even stream it as I'm playing it.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. But
I may or may not be.
Yeah, we're not going to guarantee that because it will take a lot of time. But we will definitely do some gameplay, and we will definitely at some point do a review. Now, because we are just regular old consumers, and this is a new channel and things like that, we actually have to pay for the games. Yeah, for the games that we want to put on the channel. So that's why sometimes you see us with slower reviews and slower gameplays like Jurassic Park and things like that. The God of War stuff that's up there that I'm going through right now. That's why you see that, because we have to pay for everything. You know, we're not in with Sony or anything like that, so we have to pay for it. We don't get review codes.
You might want to lean into the camera a bit.
That's all right. We're good.
Okay.
But just keep in mind, keep an eye out. The game comes out. If you haven't seen any footage on it or anything, you need to check it out. Check out Spider-Man PS4. Check out InFamous Second Son if you haven't done it. You don't have... This is a cool thing, too, because he's never played the first or second game in the series that was out on PS3. And you don't have to have... You don't have to have any prior knowledge of that.
It explains everything about the DUP, the conduits, pretty much everything you need to know.
You don't have to have any prior knowledge.
There is no story ties whatsoever.
So there you go. There's a young man's impression of a game that he hasn't been able to play until now. And I definitely recommend that you pick it up because it was a pretty cool launch title. It was one of the best ones they had at the time. Keep an eye out for Spider-Man PS4 information because it will be coming out. We will be playing it day one. We may stream it. We may not. If anything changes, we'll let you know.
If you enjoy it, be sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe.
Absolutely. Because we would love you to subscribe and hang out with us. So, there you go.
Goodbye.